Hello folks, how you doing? How are you doing? I'm seeing these, definitely want to share this live. Let's see, get to the sharing part of it. I shouldn't be sharing while I'm driving, hold on. Hope everybody having a great, I guess, pre-Thanksgiving preparations and stuff like that. Once again, I'm on the road for Thanksgiving. Used to it. At least I'm not in Iraq, Afghanistan for Thanksgiving. But definitely, shout out and love to all my brothers and sisters in arms that's in Iraq, Afghanistan, some of these, the Middle East and some of these other places that's never talked about. But I know that you over there. I know that we over there. To the soldier right now, that's male or female, that's not being able to have their Thanksgiving with their family, but they're sitting in the Middle East. Whether they sit in the sand or on an OP point or in the Z area. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of them as well, man. It's very important. Doing kind of dangerous. I'm sending out these invites because I'm trying to send out all of them actually if I can while I'm driving. I shouldn't be, but it definitely isn't the right thing to do. So hope everybody having a good time, good day. What's up, BJ Miller? What's up, brother? What's up? So opportunity. Just want to be able to express to everybody, man. And just on happy Thanksgiving for one, holidays for two. This time of the year, we definitely can't forget those men and women, in uniform, who's matter of fact, they not even home. They in the Middle East somewhere, or Afghanistan, or someplace, not enjoying the comfort of their family, but they're doing something to make sure that we enjoy the comfort of our family. So I want to say thank you and shout out to all of my service members in arms, man, men and women, my brothers and sisters, Marines, the Army first always, but Marines, Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, doing things that people don't even realize to make sure they're safe. Right now, some soldier laying in the mud. Don't even realize, some people just don't realize what certain members go through and stuff. But but be thankful. Travel safe. Everybody travel safe to the destinations. And just be thankful for the day, whatever it is, man. Be thankful for the day, man. So what I want to be able to jump off of that on and talk to everybody else about is that regardless whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year, whatever like that, there are so many opportunities out here for you to make money. And yes, I like making money, but I like telling other people how to make money as well. What's up, sis? What's up, Nicole? So I want you to think about this idea and gather this idea of understanding that the opportunity to make money in now is even more than anything else, right? So I started a call center, right? And the call center, like I was telling people, I say, it's just another way of me being able to make money without actually having all my hands tied into it on my time. So the call center, it's Southern Hospitality Call Center, but I told the people that work for me, I say, I'll pay you $13 an hour. I'll pay you $13 an hour to work for me on the call center. Pretty much, I'm giving you more than bulk of the money to work for me on a call center. I want you to make money. And what I realized too, that, man, a lot of people don't know the opportunities that's out here, or they don't know what's going on. How you doing, Jacqueline? To make money. I thank everybody for that, for tuning in. But I'm driving. I gotta go take my test. Opportunity to make money is so prevalent today, and it's so real, it's so tangible, that if you're not putting yourself in a position to make money, there is something you're lacking. You're lacking something. You're either lacking information, you're lacking internal drive, discipline. You're lacking something if you're not taking advantage of the opportunities that sit before us when you're right now. So I want to give you this example, and I'm just want people to understand this. I'm opening up a nail salon. I do nails. I'm a male nail tech. I'm one of the only, I guess the only African-American male nail tech in this area. And people ask me and say, well, why you want to do that? That's a woman's job. I say, it's not a woman's job. I say it's a money job. How you doing, Jennifer? And the reason why I say that is because if you think about it, man, if you think about it, well, you're right, BJ. I got you, brother. Had to look up and read that in my bag. But so think about this. If I do a pedicure, it's $20 a pedicure. Let's say the base pedicure, I'm gonna do $20. Now I'm gonna give you these numbers, and I want you to understand these numbers from a standpoint of population, number one, right? Repeat customers, number two, and capital, right? So in anything you're gonna do as far as making money, you need people to make money. You need somebody to be able to exchange the goods. So you exchange the service of doing the pedicure or the manicure. We're gonna go to pedicure, and they're gonna give you money. So the pedicure, let's say the pedicure is $20, right? $20 a pedicure, take me about 25-30 minutes to do a pedicure. I can do 2 pedicures an hour. $40 in 1 hour I make. I'm gonna work for 10 hours, right? So I'm working for 10 hours, $40 an hour. That's $400 in one day. And I want you to understand something. This is a cash business. Even though people swipe their credit card and pay for stuff too, a lot of people pay for their manicures, pedicure stuff in cash, right? Whatever, right? So $400 in one day. I'm going to work 6 days a week. That's $2,400 in 1 week. Now listen to me. $2,400 in 1 week. $400 a day. Now I'm going to do that for 4 straight weeks. So I come out with $9,600 in a month. And I tell people, I say, you don't realize how much money is truly in this business, this industry, because it ain't even really topped off yet. And the problem has become because we think, I'm gonna say African Americans, we and Latinos, we think sometimes it's beneath us to do somebody's feet. It's beneath us to do somebody's feet. The Asians out here doing people's feet, making almost 10 grand a month off them little them nail salons. 10 grand or more a month doing people's crusty feet. But they're making 10 grand a month. So let's just round out, we're gonna say 10 grand, right? Making 10 grand a month, 12 months a year, $120,000. Now, here's the key to what they do. They have their family work for them. So they bring their family over here to work for them. Their family ain't making the kind of money that, you know, a regular American or whatever would charge to make to work there, whatever. So we know that already. What the hell is on my nose? So we know that already. But the concept behind it is, let's say after $120,000 a year they're making, let's say after all the expenses they pay the staff, pay the expenses, whatever like that. But see, $120,000 off of one nail tech. This is why I want you all to understand how much money is not even being tapped in this business, because we as African Americans, Latinos, it's beneath us to touch somebody's feet. I'm not saying the nail business is for everybody. It's not. But we got to get out the mindset of thinking that some things are beneath us. It's a whole lot of money out here. And you know who making it? People who humble themselves and say, you know what, that's not beneath me. I'm going to go get that cash. I'm going to get that cash, right? So 10 grand, let's say 10 grand a month, $120,000 a year off one nail tech. Now we know a lot of times you have maybe 5 or 6 of them in a what's name. So let's say 120 grand, 240, 480, $960,000. So we're gonna say the average. Let's say the average, your average salon is going to rate you. What the heck? Your average salon, you're going to make anywhere from. Let's say you make anywhere from $400,000 to $800,000 a year off these average nail salons that you're sitting around here. And I'm gonna tell you why they're making that type of money. I know somebody gonna be sitting and say, "Oh, they ain't making that much money." Yes, they are, because they're always set up in what neighborhoods and communities? African American neighborhoods, Latino neighborhoods. They always set up in those neighborhoods. Why? Because we spend money, right? If you look at a lot of businesses, people can talk about the ghetto, whatever they want to talk about, black neighborhoods, ain't this black neighborhood, but they always set up a business in the black neighborhood. Why is that? Because that's where the money's at. The money is there. We have allowed ourselves to get into this idea, this mold that certain things are beneath us. We at a different level now. But no, it's not. Anytime you have a business where there's a repetitive service being done, you're talking about repetitive money that's coming in. And if you're not a part of that process where you're getting that repetitive money, then you're not doing anything, right? So if I'm making $10,000 a month off of business, what happens? Okay, I'm making $10,000 a month off of business, off one nail tech. What automatically comes to my mind is this: multiply myself. Multiply it. And that's what a lot of these nail salons do. But see, the thing with them, they take their money, they send it overseas, whatever. We know that. But they're living, we have literally made other races in this business millionaires. But yet we keep talking about the solutions, or trying to find solutions to improve our own communities. The solution is this: create the business in your own community. We spend money, right? Like I said, in 2017, we was pretty much African Americans in America. African American community in America was like 1.6 trillion dollars or something like that. Like 1.6 trillion dollars, something like that. So that's a lot of money. 1.6 trillion dollars. But beyond that was that when they compared African Americans in America, if we was a country economically spending money, we'd be the 13th largest country in the world. If African Americans by themselves was just a country within itself, we'd be the 13th largest country in the world. So that tells you something in itself, that we don't have the information. A lot of us don't have the financial education, but then we're locking ourselves out, or we're not allowing ourselves to take advantage of a lot of opportunities and industries that's out here. You know, and I don't mind that, and I try to teach other people this as well, is that if I'm making $10,000 a month, you diversify your money. So I'm making $10,000 a month, but I also want to continue to help my money make money for me. Now, the number one, I wouldn't say industry, but the number one thing that has made more millionaires in America than anything else is real estate. Ownership of land, ownership of assets, ownership of property. You want to be able to live a life where you don't have to work, really? You don't have to do anything? Go buy an apartment building. No, go buy, especially if you're a veteran. My veterans that's on here, I know y'all on here, let me drop you a nugget. And I want the civilians, I want you to listen to this too. You're a veteran, you got a VA loan. Go buy you a quadplex. Why buy you a quadplex? Quadplex, duplex, triplex, go buy you one. Because with the VA loan, you're authorized to live in one unit and you can rent out the rest of them, right? So I'm trying to find me a quadplex. I buy a quadplex, I live in one unit, I rent out the other three for $1,000 a piece. That's $3,000 a month. My mortgage on a quadplex is like $1,300 a month, right? So $3,000 came in. I didn't work for it. My renters paid me $3,000 a month. I'm paying my mortgage on that quadplex at $1,300. I got $1,700 left over. Just like that. $1,700 left over, just like that. Now, of course, you put money away for repairs and all that stuff. you might have to do and stuff like that. But at the same time, the one thing you have to understand is this, is that even though for me myself, it's just the idea that, man, every month I'm going to collect $1,700. But then here's the thing, I think 6 months to a year, you can live in that apartment and move out and rent your apartment out for another $1,000. So now you got $4,000 coming in. Now, and I know people, I'm just giving you the average amount of rent, but a lot of times now, $1,000 is like the average amount. That's the average. Unless you even some rinky-dink places now, they charging $900, whatever. And a lot of people rent out to Section 8 because Section 8, you don't get your money from the government. They gonna pay you. So $4,000 a month I'm making on this quadplex. I'm only paying $1,300 a month in mortgage. $2,700 a month passive income is coming to my pockets. What's up, Terrence? What's up, 42? So when we're talking about now, my idea is this. I want to go get another quadplex. Why do I want another quadplex? Because I want to be able to continue to make more passive money. Because I know my goal is up here of how much money I want to make a month to be able to continue to do even more things in the community or just all the way around, right? So, because I own that. A lot of people ain't into real estate. A lot of people ain't want to own real estate, and that's fine. I want to own real estate. I want to. So, if you want to own real estate, I'm talking to you. But if you just like the idea of being able to make money, I'm talking to you as well, because I want you to understand real estate is just one avenue or one idea. There are many different things you can do to make passive income, to make money on top of money. So, we have to understand the idea right here. What's up, Steve? What's up, brother? That when we put ourselves in a position of ownership, now we have the responsibility of making sure people live in a nice place, a clean place, a safe place. But even within ownership itself, now we go get another quadplex, right? So now, if I'm making $2,700 off this one, passive income, what did I just do with the other one? I just made another $2,700 a month passive income. The concept, I want you guys to understand this. The concept of financial freedom is not like it can't be attainable. You can't get a quadplex. Get a duplex. Live in one side, rent out the other side. Have the renter, and everybody knows this rule of thumb. Rule of thumb, if you're a renter, renters pay double to 2.5 times the rent. So 2.5 times what the mortgage is. So if I rent let's say I rent a place, a house, and the mortgage on that house is $1,000 or whatever like that. The renter is going to call the rentee or whatever is going to charge me at least $1,500. Why? Because I'm paying for their mortgage, plus I'm putting $500 in their pocket. It's just a rule of thumb. That's just one of the things, rule of thumb. But I shouldn't tell you that when you're renting, just think about it. You don't own the place, but you're giving money monthly to a place. A lot of people just want to rent because it gives them the freedom to break the lease and go somewhere else to live. They don't have the responsibility of fixing the place up, keeping what's name. So that's understandable. But as the, if I'm rentee, as I ownership, then I have those responsibilities. But also, the idea also behind that is you're gonna pay me for my risk. That's why you're paying 2.5 times rent. That's why if my mortgage is $1,000, I'm charging you $1,500 to live there. I gotta make some money. I gotta make something, right? Especially if it's a Class A neighborhood, or Class B or C. Class A is a little bit lower, Class B medium, Class C, I'm charging you $1,500 to live there. Class C, and that's when we get to that understanding too. Class C is kind of like your high-risk neighborhoods, a lot of rundown buildings. You may have a lot of crime, or just period. So your Class B is kind of like your middle neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? You not a lot of crime, but there is crime at times. But Class B is where I'll rent out for maybe $1,300. Class A I maybe rent out for $1,200. Upper class, you ain't gonna get a lot of violence and stuff like that. So those classes mean something. The lower the class, the higher the rent. The lower the class, the higher the rent, right? So if I'm in a Class C neighborhood, renting out a Class C neighborhood, then I'm charging I'm going to charge that $1,500, right? What's up, Anthony Davidson? I'm going to charge that money. And the reason why I'm charging that money, or the reason why I'm pushing that is because financially, one of the problems people have, we have it. Regardless whether we want to realize it or not, we have it, is money. Money and time, right? People don't have enough money, and they never can get back their time. Or you have too much money, but you still can't get back your time. So when you're doing this endeavor, when you're talking about this endeavor, or when you're pushing this endeavor financially, when you're talking about as far as making money, that's just one thing. Real estate is my thing. I love real estate. I love ownership. Own a business, real estate, whatever like that. And people say, well, you're doing too much. I say, no, I'm not doing enough. My thing is 7 streams. 7 streams. Seven streams is my thing. 7 streams. 7 ways you can make money. And it's your God-given talent. You know, the call center is 1. The nail salon is 2. You know, and I do different things as well to bring in, you know, some money here and there. If I do side jobs, whatever like that. But the idea is that if money's coming to me from 7 different ways, passively, now I'm increasing my income level. Don't mean I gotta spend it. I can put that in the bank, but let it build up to a bigger income level and to a greater income level or whatever. But to sit and think that we sit in a time where there is no opportunities out here, there's no way you can make it, or oh my God, it's so hard out here. It is super. I wouldn't say super easy. I'm not gonna say that. It is easier than it was 20 years ago. In the 90s, well, let's say I'm 40, so let's say 1990 to 2000 economically was pretty hard. Was hard and struggling times, whatever like that, right? 2010, stuff started opening up. Even though we had the housing crash happen in 2008, other avenues of things start opening up, right? For money to be made. 2010, 2020, man, it's bucking. It's bucking. I wish you all could see this solar panel field out here. Man, I don't know. You probably, I ain't gonna try. I'm driving. I ain't gonna try what's that. But they got these solar farms. They call them solar farms. For miles and miles and miles, solar farms. You make a lot of money. It's an independent job doing that right there. That become your job, solar panel. So, you know, to whenever you see the opportunities out here for money to be made. Now, what neighborhood is slum? Then there is a low. Okay, so good question, Steve. Why would you charge lower? Why would you charge more money in a low income area? When I found that out, Steve, I asked the same question. I said, well, damn, why you gonna charge low income? Because it's considered a Class C community or a Class C neighborhood. High crime, high probability for your property messed up, right? And then what is it? It's high crime, high probability for your messed up, and also there's another thing too that go with it. Your property value. That's why, Steve. That's why they charge. That's why they charge that much. You know. So I thought the same thing. I said, well, then why would you charge more in low income area? But think about this also, Steve. In low income areas, you have more people on what? Section 8. Not saying they're the only people on Section 8, because what I found out too, Steve, when I went to this meeting, was that you could be living in a high class middle income area and be paying if you on Section 8 too, because if your income level is below the marginal level, you can be making $70,000 a year and still be on Section 8, because let's say $70,000 a year is what I make a year, but the medium level for the area I'm in is $90,000 a year. I'm considered still low income. I found out at a meeting, at a public housing meeting I went to, and I was surprised at the information I was got, like, man, that's some information right here. So depending on the area and what you're making and that median for that area, you still could be considered low income, right? So that's why they charge that much. If the mortgage on a house is, let's say, okay, let's take Phoenix City for instance, right? Phoenix City, we know in Phoenix City on a certain side of the city, those houses may be income, or not, the mortgage for the houses may be $300, $500. I can't picture how none of them being more than $600 a month. But because it's considered Class C, the owners, when they rent it out, they gonna try to, some gonna try to get Section 8 to get it, some may not, but they're gonna rent it out at a level where they're making more money on it than usual, right? This is gone for right now. Let me back. So that's why that part becomes that way, is that, you know, when they're talking about that low income area, or that low income area that they're renting in, or they're renting out to renters, that they're taking those three factors into effect. That's why they charge more. And then as you go to a B income area, it goes down a little bit. Then if you're in a Class A renting, it goes down a little bit more. But the preferred area sometimes people attack is low income areas. That's why when I was talking about before, I was talking about gentrification and why gentrification happens. They call it, you know, in some ways gentrification is good because it oh my God, I'm gonna mess this word up. It rejuvenates an area. You know, it brings life back to an area, or it makes an area beautification and nice again. And in some ways, a lot of ways, gentrification is good, because then you start pushing the people who can't afford that type of rent out. But it happens. We know it. We know it happens because we all been a witness to it. And some, I don't know, I was doing it right. So that's what happens within that part right there, and that's why when we're talking about gentrification, we're talking about these community neighborhoods. That's why you see, even in Phoenix City, you're gonna see a shift, Steve. You're gonna see a shift in Phoenix City. I tell people, a lot of people this, and they don't believe me. The south side of Phoenix City, about 5 years will become the gold mine point of Phoenix City. Let's say about 4.5 years, it will become the gold point of Phoenix City. Why? Because we already know one side of the city is you can only go so far, right? Because the line, the river, and all that stuff, right? And then, you know, it's going up to, if you go so far up to 80, hit Smith Station. Go so far down 80, there is no real development once you go so far down 80. But even there, it's developed, but it's not. It's going to be more of a residential thing, right? So as far as the area that's going to be able to bring money to, or entertainment, is South Phoenix City, because South Phoenix City sits on the river as well, downtown. So that's why when I be talking to people about real estate, especially when I talk to veterans, as us, we talk to veterans and stuff like that, our investment into where we at, Phoenix City, our investment into Phoenix City, we need to start now. We need to start getting businesses now. We need to start looking at Seal Road. I'm telling you, it's like Seal Road and stuff, man. I'm telling you. So, you know, hopefully I answered your question as to why people charge more. Is because of that, but also because, you know, in a way, a lot they rent out of Section 8. So on that advantage point, they take advantage of what the government assistance is going to be able to pay for, and then the renter themselves may end up paying like $200. So even though the renter may miss their payments or whatever, they're still making money because they're renting out of Section 8. And a lot of people do not mind renting out to Section 8 for that very reason, that they know they're going to at least get paid something. Now, on the back end of that, Steve, this is what happens too. If you look at South Phoenix City, brother, look at Seal Road. Go down Seal Road. And I think it's right across the street from, well, we know the American Legion at right there on Seal Road. We know where some of the little shopping, where the beauty supply store at. When you go look across the street from there, you know, that whole Seal Road should be an opportune area of where you have businesses on both sides of the streets. Now, I know there's homes over there, But that area right there really should become the area of stores, because 4.5 years from now, if we don't move in now, if we don't start putting stuff in now, or at least before 4 years, after 4.5 years from now, when they start want to put the down there on Brickyard Road, when they want to put stuff down there, when investors come in and want to put a boating community down there, or buy that land and start putting a mall down there, a shop, whatever, we're going to be behind the times on it, and then the price is going to go up high in order to even get anything over there. Right now, prices are real low as far as buying anything in South Phoenix City, and that's why I say on 431, where they're building the shopping center, that's where my nail salon gonna be at. That right there sits right there on the corner before you turn going to Fort Mitchell, 165. But the idea is that that's going to become an economic boom that's going to push back up into Fort Mitchell and over to the south side of Phoenix City. Because why? People ain't got to go to Walmart now to go shop. You're gonna have referrals right there. You're gonna have McDonald's right there. You're gonna have, I think they're gonna say either Burger King or Taco Bell or something like that. But wherever McDonald's go, Burger King pop up one too. So then you're gonna have a hotel right there. There's gonna be a lot of economic growth sitting right there. But the one thing that we can't afford to don't overlook, we can put businesses already on Seal Road. Buy up some of that land that's over there. Even ain't nothing but so you ain't gotta have a whole acre, half an acre, or a quarter of an acre, whatever, and have a business built on it, and we start operating the business out of it, because that area is a gold mine. And a person told me, a developer told me, whenever you see if a city's booming in one direction, look ahead. You may not can get in right there, but look ahead 5 to 10 years where the city has to go next. Because in order for the city to continue to have the economic chain, the economic machine to keep moving, you have to keep having new developments or new things going on, or better things happening and coming. And you take advantage of areas that the rental property or the property itself is cheap at, and that's how they're going to do that. And I said, it's going to be South Phoenix City. It will be South Phoenix City. They're building a residential area they're going to build a residential area, or that's a talk of it, on 431. On 431, right on the other side of 165. They're going to put a residential area over there. They're building up behind where the shopping center is going to be at. So a lot of times we don't know these things, so we become the last people to get in on stuff. But as we begin to understand and start knowing these things, we don't know how to be the last people to get in on stuff. We're the first people to get on things now, because we understand where we're sitting at. We understand what we have to do. And what we have to do is be able to take advantage of the economic opportunity sitting before us in a way that puts us in a position to be invested in, to be invested in a new upcoming community. Because I'm going to be very honest with you. As the community grows, yes, everybody's not going to be able to take advantage of opportunities in the community, and everybody going to be wiped. They're not going to wipe everybody out of the community, right? But as they build up the community, if I have a $200,000 home sitting right here, do you think I really want a home sitting next to me that's $36,000? No, I don't, because it brings down my home value if I ever get to sell, right? So what they do is they buy a $36,000 home. They either level it or go ahead and manufacture another $200,000 home or $250,000 home or whatever. South Phoenix City will become the area of these type of homes, newer homes. And listen to what I'm saying. Why? Look at the home value that you have over there right now. Look at the type of homes you have over there right now. They're cheap. The property value on them is not expensive at all. You're talking about maybe $50,000, $40,000 at best in some of those areas right there. So now I come in, I buy this home for $30,000. I level it or whatever I do to it. I turn back around and I build a home that's $250,000 because I understand that the economic growth is coming over there, and I know people gonna buy homes over there. I just made me a lot of money, and I'm gonna just keep doing it over and over and over and keep making more money, right? Or the investment comes into the communities where I'm helping to beautify and uplift the community. It's coming. It's coming. we have to understand that's coming and get in early. Get in early, so that way now when it does hit, we're already in position. We're anchored in position, and they still have to come regardless. They may try to buy you out, throw you a lot of money. Some people will sell, some people wouldn't. I wouldn't sell, because the long-term game is, if this becomes an economic boom area of Phoenix City, then guess what? I can make me and my family make money long-term, longevity. Now we have what's called generational wealth. The wealth I have, I pass it down. Pass it down, pass it down. But we got to start thinking about things in a better way financially, that puts us in a position to where we anchor ourselves for the long haul instead of the short haul. Instead of short-term thinking, we start thinking long-term thinking. If we do that, if you do that, if people do that, period, whether you're in Chicago, whether you're in Georgia, whether you're in Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City, wherever you may be at, Las Vegas, don't matter, Atlanta, look at what's you're able to buy. Look at an asset. Anchor yourself with an asset. Anchor yourself with an asset. And I'm gonna tell you, as the population, excuse me, we already, this is December coming, right? So December coming. So we know already that in December sometimes, well, January, you have some colleges that graduate. You know, some people graduate from college in January. We know high schools graduate in May. But what that tells me as well is that you have these adults that need a place to stay. The population increases. So you have these adults that need a place to stay. Necessarily might not have a place to stay or whatever, but I look at the population on a dollar sign, that the more people you got out here that's able to work, economic machines begin to turn. You provide a job, there's a dollar that's going to be revolved around. So we got to put ourselves in that position. Latasha Hollis, how you doing? So economically, when we're talking about gentrification, it's an improvement to the community, but it's also something we got to watch and be careful of. But also, gentrification don't mean people can, we can gentrify our own neighborhoods if you're sitting there and you put yourself in a position where you're able to do that. But I teach you, I'll show you how to put yourself or anchor yourself in position to be able to take advantage of the own gentrification in your own community, right? Don't nobody know that house on the corner is abandoned, but you knew it, you know it. It's been abandoned for 3 years. It used to be a crack house. I'm not saying nothing bad, but I'm just saying, in some hoods, especially Chicago, we know that house was a crack house. It didn't caught fire. It's been sitting there. But we can take advantage of that and buy it, fix it up, rent it out. We just got to anchor ourselves in the right position. We're playing chess, not checkers. We're playing chess. I love playing chess. But checkers is a little more of a faster paced game, and you make your move, you gotta go ahead. But chess, you gotta take your time, because one move in chess, the first move I make in chess dictates my 10th move, right? The first move I make is going to dictate my 10th move. My 10th move will become a product of my 3rd move. My 3rd move will dictate my 14th move. My 14th move is a product of my 9th move. So we're playing chess, not checkers. And financially, we got to start putting ourselves in a position of understanding that we're playing chess. So we got to start financially educating ourselves, because we're so caught up on holidays. And I'm gonna give you guys something else too. Do you know that holidays are nothing more created by the government? Holidays are nothing more than a day for economic growth. That's it. That's all holidays are. Holidays are created for economic growth. That's how they judge how the economy doing. Now, if you don't believe me, let's think about this. Hold on, let me see if I gotta make a turn. So, sorry, I had to check and see where I'm at. I don't want to just drive and get lost. But so we think about economic growth. I want to think about this. Every month is set up to be some type of economic growth. So, Carlita, how you doing? So let's take January. January Economic Growth Day is what? Right? And some places even a whole month. Well, let's think about this. Martin Luther King Day, right? MLK Day. They always start putting stuff January 1st around the New Year. Those type of things right there, right? So New Year and all that stuff right there. New Year deals. We got New Year savings. New Year what's name, right? February. Black History Month, right? Black History Month. And I think Valentine's Day, February. Valentine's Day is in February. What they do on Valentine's Day? Economically, they're promoting what? For you to spend money. They want you to spend money on Valentine's Day, which is, hey, you know, it is what it is, right? So now, think about this. March. March, we have, I forgot the day in March, but March is spring break, right? Spring break in March, stuff like that, right? I think March spring break, April. March spring break. One of them days is President's Day or something like that too. April, I forgot the day in April. I know we got April Fool's Day, but there's something else in April that goes on too, right? May, what happens in May? Graduations, right? This whole graduation thing and beginning of summer type of stuff. We got the holiday to put around that. We know April Fool's Day is April 1st. In May, you got the end of summer or the beginning of the spring, and they got summer coming, kids getting out, and they promoting what? The summer fun. Woohoo, summer fun, right? June. You know, June, you got June, my birthday, June, you have beginning of summer. June 22nd, beginning of summer, right? So they promote that in a way of economic sales as well. July, we all know July 4th, Barbecue Day, Independence Day, you know, Independence. They want you to get out and barbecue and stuff, and July 4th sales, right? Sorry. August is, we got August is, oh my God. I know September, Labor Day. September, you got Labor Day. Labor Day sales, back to school, coming to the end of summer. Oh, want to have some fun, get the kids out here and everything like that. So it becomes an economic boom for the economy as well. October, you know October, Halloween. You know that already, right? So, then November you got Thanksgiving, right? What is you doing? Man, you better not move. Man, you crazy, man. I'm on the expressway. This dude trying to jump out. So then we have December 25th. So all these things, when we look at it and we pay attention to it, they're nothing more than days that they want you to spend money. Days they want you to push out money. And we do it. Subconsciously, we go out, we spend money. Subconsciously, we do those things. They put you can have your stuff on layaway for 60 days. We go get a layaway done. You know, we spend money. Whether we get the layaway out or not, now that's another thing. The store still keeps our money, give us like a little something refund or whatever, but majority of our money is still kept. All these things are to keep to economic boom, right? Economic growth. And the one of the, I ain't gonna say funny things about it, or one of the awakening things about it, or eye-opening things, is when you begin to realize that, and you begin to realize that a lot of times, man, you're buying stuff that you don't even need. You're buying stuff you want, not stuff you actually need. Not stuff you actually need. And a lot of times, man, for me personally, I'll say this, financially, I like to shop after Christmas. I do my Christmas shopping after Christmas. Because if you think about it, what happens the day after Christmas? Day after Christmas, 2 days after Christmas. Prices are slashed. That thing that was $100, now it's $50. And then if you wait, now listen, if you wait, it'll be $30. Right? It'll be $30. I'm telling you. It's amazing when we begin to sit and really realize financially what we have before us, right? So let me finish this up right here. This is about to be these trucks. I want to be, gotta pay attention with these semi trucks. So I'm gonna be back once I finish taking my test. You all pray for me. I hope I pass my test. Let's pass my test and everything. And then I'll be back on my way driving down from Macon to somewhere else. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Yvonne Bridge, how you doing, Yvonne? just talking about finances, talking about money, talking about financial growth, financial education. But I need to pay attention to this road. I'm about to run to some semis and stuff. So I'll be back in a little bit, about maybe two hours. I'll be back, and we're gonna talk some more about financial education and growth and what's out here. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back. Bye bye.